Howdy howdy, and once again it's time to do some arena cutoff predictions, starting first with round 1 results for the Vision and Captain America Infinity War arenas, then take a look at some past arena results to get an idea of what we might expect this time around for round 2. So let's take a look first at the results. So apparently there's just not a lot of hype out there for Vision Arcus, as the 5-star feature cutoff was right around 30 million and the 4-star feature was right around 7.9 million. And first of all, I do want to say that there's a lot of noise in the community of people reporting different kind of numbers that, you know, lower cutoffs, kind of these 30 million, 7.9 million numbers, but people reporting higher numbers and not getting the champs. So Kabam, if you follow the forums at all, you might have saw Kabam did recognize this as an issue, that they were on it, they didn't need anybody submitting any new tickets, and that the numbers should get reflected appropriately in the very near future. So hopefully these numbers make sense for you based off your own personal results, but top line, you know, basically there was no hype for Vision this time around. 30 million for a new champ these days as a 5-star feature arena is pretty low, so is that 7.9 million. Now jumping over to the 4-star basic Captain America Infinity War, 1.8 million for an old champ in this game, relatively old champ, I'll put it in that way because he's been in the 4-star basic arena before. 1.8 million is a pretty high for this type of champ. Typically it's between 1.5 1.6 million. Occasionally you might see a 1.7 like we saw with Mephisto, but 1.8 for sure is on the higher end. And I called this earlier. I didn't think it'd be in that lower range. I thought it would definitely be higher. Now, I didn't think it'd be this low. I thought he might actually get to 2 million, but he did actually keep it to 1.8 million. So anyway, a slight increase over what we typically see for this type of arena, but not a big surprise given how important Captain America Infinity War is these days. Even with the current boss rush that's out there, he could help with, if you've got him duped and you got the right synergies going on, he could definitely help with some of those more difficult fights like with Domino, etc. But anyway, that's a whole other story. So these were the actual results as self-reported by folks across the community. Comparing these to my predictions, this time I went overboard with Vision, at least in my opinion. I thought there was enough hype out there across the community to push his numbers up into kind of like more normal or above normal ranges, but that's not really the case. And then with Captain America, again, I thought he would definitely be higher than what we've seen in the past for this type of arena, but he didn't quite make it that far. So as I always say with my videos, I try to get within 5 to 10% to be a decent prediction. None of these fell into that place, so got to do better, definitely. But anyway, so that's taking a look at round 1 results. When it comes to round 2, starting first with the 5-star feature all the way on the right. Now, I did go back all the way through this whole calendar year, all the way back when Havoc came out as a champ. He had a very unexpected low number at 20 million, and then you can see he had that bump up to 45 million. Later in this year, we saw Captain Marvel came out. She had 32 million, then had that bump to 42 million. So you're starting to see a theme here. These lower than expected first round, we see that jump into the low 40s. Then with Invisible Woman, she too had a lower, first round 32. Then she jumped all the way up to 38. Didn't quite make 40 million, but did get close. And then more recently here, we saw Sunspot, unexplainably having that low first round 26 million, even though there was plenty of hype out there for him, and there was plenty of examples of showing how he's a decent champ, kind of like maybe a name or light. But anyway, went that 26 million, then jumped all the way up to 42. So you can kind of see that common theme there. When you have that low unexpected, anywhere from 20 to 30 million, low 30 million, then you see that bump all the way up into the low 40s. So no reason to think that would be any different here. Then jumping over to the 4-star feature, you can see between round 1 and round 2, when there's a low unexpected first round, there's that typical jump you see in the second round. Now the biggest we saw again was back with Havoc, going from 6.8 to 8.4, but here more recently you're seeing anywhere from 500 to a million bump with Invisible Woman and Warlock. So that's what we can expect with the 4-star feature. 4-star basic, typically what we've seen for these type of arenas, round 2 is always higher. There's typically a marginal increase, nothing very significant, but we're talking like 1.6 to 1.7 type of bump. So, and then with the 3-star feature, always what we've seen with new champs, the round 1 is higher, then you see that second round dip. So anyway, taking a look at across some recent results and trying to find some trends we can predict against, here are my thoughts for round 2 predictions for the Vision and Captain America Infinity War arenas. And these are for the veterans bracket, meaning you've got an order account up to 61 days plus. Once you get to 61 days, you're in the veterans bracket, and again, that is based off of when your account was open, not how many days you've played. So anyway, if you're in the veteran bracket, I think we're looking at 41 million, that typical bump, maybe even a little bit higher, 42, 43, but that's the standard bump we see when we have that low unexpected 5-star feature first round result. Then jumping over to the 4-star feature, same thing, we've seen that typical bump, so I think we're looking at 9.5 in the second round, and then same for the 4-star basic Captain America Infinity War. I think we're going to look from that 1.8 going to 2 million, and lastly, we should expect to see that decrease for the 3-star feature Vision Arcus Arena going down to 1.2 million. And again, I try to get within 5 to 10%. So keeping that in mind, here are some thoughts on a round 2 grind target. So this will just give you some extra buff, if you will, kind of get you more safe. Nothing's 100% lock in these type of arenas, but this should give you some more buffer. So I say 45 million, but you might be even 46, 47, because you saw in some of those past examples where that low 40 million would get all the way to 45 million. So if you want to give yourself truly some safety room, get to 46, 47 million for that 5-star feature Vision. 11 million should be plenty for the 4-star feature Vision. 2.2 million should be enough for Captain America Infinity War, and 1.3 million should work for the 3-star Vision. So anyway, these grind targets and predictions, as I said a few minutes ago, are all for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the beginner and intermediate bracket, there's a ton of volatility and not a lot of self-reporting on results here. So these are kind of not a shot in the dark per se, but definitely kind of throwing darts at a dartboard with a blindfold on. So anyway, these are more of guesstimates, so keep that in mind. So with the 3-star feature, we're looking right around, for the beginners bracket, around 245,000, 4-star basic around 600,000, 4-star feature 1.2 million. Jumping down to the intermediate bracket, 3-star feature, we're looking at 525,000, 4-star basic 1.1 million, and lastly the 4-star feature right around 1.2 million. So anyway, these are my thoughts for the second round of the Vision and Captain America Infinity War arenas. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear about it. Throw it on down in the comments section. We can discuss it there. If you have any questions, throw them down there as well, and I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. Other than that, if you found this information helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you click that thumbs up button, as it helps out, helps the channel. And if you like these type of videos and other videos I have on the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, we'd really appreciate it if you did. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.